Welcome back to another tutorial by Beautiful Vibe Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple peekaboo tray. We're going to go outside and spray paint our tray, let that dry, come back inside. I have mine pre-taped off because I only want the glitter in that desired area. You're also going to need a makeup brush, some Mod Podge, and I'm using some recycled glitter. We're going to take our makeup brush and evenly spread the Mod Podge onto the tray. Then we're going to take our glitter and spread it on our tray. Give it a good shake. Remember to shake off any excess glitter. And then I like to take my tape off while the Mod Podge is still wet. Then, after the Mod Podge dries, I come back and I take 15 milliliters of Part A epoxy resin and then 15 milliliters of Part B epoxy resin. I stir those for about 5 minutes. Then I let it sit for about 10 minutes, letting those air bubbles release and pop and rise to the top. And if I have excess bubbles at the top, I pop them before I pour them in the tray. And remember, when working with epoxy, always wear protective gloves, mask, and work in a well-ventilated area. I pour my epoxy from the outside in, and I just spread it around with my finger. Once you spread the epoxy resin all over the tray, set in a level area and let it cure for 24 hours. Once it's cured after 24 hours, I like to feel around for bumps before I spray paint it and put decals on, and I go around and sand those little bumps. And if your tray isn't looking pretty, it's okay. Your next coat of epoxy resin will fix that. Make sure you're using a higher grit and not a lower grit too when sanding. And then I got pre-cut decals that I'm going to place on the desired glittered area of my tray. Once you got your decals in the places that you want them, we're going to go outside and we're going to take the spray paint and spray all over the tray again. Let that dry. Come back inside. We're gonna need tweezers. And we're just gonna come back and peel up all the decals that you just put down so that the negative area is glitter. And sometimes I use my fingers once I get enough of the decal up because it makes it so much easier. Sometimes that permanent vinyl does not want to come up. You could probably also use removable vinyl, which would probably be easier to get it up. Once you get all your decals removed, we're going to weigh up 10 milliliters of part A epoxy resin and 10 milliliters of part B epoxy resin. We're going to stir those for about 5 minutes again, and then we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes, letting those air bubbles rise. We're going to go back and pop them before we pour it on the tray. And then we're going to do our final coat of epoxy resin. Spread it evenly with your finger. Let it sit on a leveled surface and let it cure for 24 hours, and you got yourself a Peekaboo tray. I hope that this has inspired others to go make some awesome stuff. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you for watching.